Evening, Mr. Bond. Oh, you're not Mr. Bond. It's you again, guys. It's time for another epic moment in comic books. And, well, for this one, I've done Marvel, I've done DC, but I think this time we're gonna get some... Sorry, a little drained of energy, but... Okay, I'm back. But anyway... Superman Annual number 11. It's been a while since I've done a DC. I kind of have a bias when it comes to back issues, but Superman Annual number 11. And, folks, this is kind of this is a one-shot. Nothing long-term happens from this, but it's just so well written, so well done, that it's definitely epic. In fact, this is actually considered to be one of the best Superman stories ever written. Like, ever. And it's considered to be it. And let's just see why it's epic. I mean, the writing, it's written by Alan Moore. Need I say more? But also, I mean, it's essentially two stories in one. One story takes place with Superman in an alternate world. And it's so good, and it's not reality. It's his greatest fantasy being lived. And it shows what would happen if Krypton never exploded. What would happen if it was never destroyed? And in reality, and then you have that story going on, but then in reality, you have Mongol who infiltrated the Fortress of Solitude. You got Superman and you got Wonder Woman and Batman are wishing him a happy birthday, and Wonder Woman's trying to fight off Mongol, and she is just severely outclassed. That battle between Wonder Woman and Mongol is epic in itself. That story, the story of what would happen to Krypton if it never exploded, is really good. You know, when his fantasy, and then the Superman has just a gigantic battle with Mongo, and that is just epic. I mean, it is fantastic. And the good thing about it is, even though it's a dream, and you see, there's two stories. You have one happening in reality, one that's happening in a dream of Superman. It's greatest fantasy. And the interesting part about it is that you're equally invested in both of them. You're invested in what's going to happen what happened in Superman's fantasy. You're invested in it so much, and then they fade away. You're like, oh my god, what's going to happen? What happened? It's just so well done. And so anyway, the story begins with he's living his fantasy right there, right? And in his fantasy, Krypton never exploded, and he has a huge family. He has a family and friends, and he has a son. But unfortunately, what's happening in Krypton is it's kind of, I guess, society's kind of degenerating. They're kind of starting to get petty crime and a bunch of stuff like that. And it's just so sad because what ends up happening is his father, who predicted the destruction of Krypton, is now an outcast. He's an outcast in society now. And him and Superman are not getting along. Him and Jor-el and Superman are not getting along. And additionally, he's actually leading this uprising to bring back old school, I suppose, Krypton. He's kind of the leader of this group. And because he's the leader of this group, a bunch of people are attacking his family. Kara, Supergirl, gets severely damaged and injured, and he actually goes visit her in a hospital. I mean, and then at the end, when he's finally realizing that it's a dream, it's just so heartbreaking, folks. I mean, oh my god, I mean, here's Kara after she was attacked in the fantasy. Because it's all starting to go to hell for Superman in here. But here's the heartbreaking part. I mean, everything's going to hell on Krypton. And here's the awful part. He takes his son, right, to this thing, and he's telling his son, he's giving him a speech, he's like, son, I don't think you're real, do something about it. And it's just so heartbreaking because he's there and he says goodbye to his false son. Like, right here, crying, tears, and he's crying in real life. And as the sun fades away, so does the fantasy. And that's because the fantasy fades because Batman manages to pull the thing off of Superman. This thing right here, Mongo puts it on Superman. And, of course, that's inducing his greatest desires. And in reality, what happens is Superman and Wonder Woman and Robin, Jason Todd right now, are wishing Superman a happy birthday. They're wishing him a great happy birthday, and they run into, you see this scene right here. Superman living his fantasy. And again, the fantasy is just so well done. And he's living his fantasy, and Wonder Woman's like, who could do this? What's happening? And, of course, it's revealed that Mongo is the one who did this. And Mongo is kind of like, Mongo is just like, who should I kill first? What's polite? Polite that I kill first. And Wonder Woman is like, she ain't having that. So bam, she socks him good. And of course, she is just severely outclassed. I mean, look at that. She hurts her wrist. And but she's the only one who's powerful enough to actually kind of stand up with him and kind of fight with him. So Batman and Robin are left to take the thing off, and she's fighting Mongo, and Mongo is just, she is just wearing him out. I mean, just look at that. Look at this. She's getting thrown to things. She's using guns. She's trying to just hold her own. And finally, Batman pulls it off. And unfortunately, it attaches to Batman. He starts living his fantasy. And of course, Superman is pissed. I mean, just look at this. This is, I think, the most pissed off I've ever seen Superman. But look at that. He's like, who did this? And then he yells, Mongo! Oh my god, it's just so good. And he just super speeds right at him. And of course, Supergirl, I mean, just look at her. Supergirl's getting worn out. And he just, bam. And here starts the epic fight between Mongo and Superman. I mean, oh my god. I mean, just look at this. I mean, Superman is real pissed. I mean, just look at these panels. And this is the one famous scene right here that everyone sees. Here's the one famous scene. Right here, his laser vision. And right as Mongo's about to hit him, he said, burn. And he just burns the crap out of him with his laser vision. With Mongo, he burns the crap out of Mongo with his laser vision. And this is the thing, and I remember the reason I got this issue was because I think it was from Howard Mouse's video from his 75th anniversary of Superman, and it sounded really cool, and it was. And this right here, oh my god, just look at that artwork and look at that. Oh, yeah, and they just get into this huge battle. This huge battle, I mean, just look at this battle. It's just going and going. And Superman is actually about to keep looking at these panels, folks. Look at the battle. And Superman is actually finally gets the upper hand. I mean, just look, he's getting he's pummeling him. He's like, you know what you did to me? And he sees the statue of his mom and his parents, and he realizes that he can't kill him. And that's when Mongo takes the time to pounce on him. And of course, Mongo's about to kill him. He's about to destroy him. Right here. He's about to destroy him. He's about to kill him. But then Jason Todd, and this is probably one of the first character moments that he has, he uses his brain. He takes that thing off of Batman, but he uses Mongo's gauntlet, his glove. He puts it in one of the gloves, and he carries it. He's just, as his battle is going on, he's looking for Superman and Mongo anywhere he could find them. And as soon as he finds them, he drops it on Mongo. He drops this thing on Mongo, and it ends the battle. And then now Mongo is living his wildest dream of killing Superman and everything, and taking over the world. And of course, Robin is just, Jason Todd just kind of smirks and says, "Yeah, not bad for a lesser human." Something along the lines of that, because that's what Mongo said. But yeah, that's Mongo, and it ends as they celebrate their birthday. Batman gives Superman a rose that was just synthesized on, genetically different rose. That's the first of its kind. That was crumpled. Wonder Woman gets him the bottled city of Kandor, who Superman already has, but he doesn't want to make it feel bad, so he hides it. And also, you also get this. Before the New 52, folks, you get this. A kiss from Superman and Wonder Woman. So maybe they were laying the seeds that never went to fruition. Maybe they didn't. But yeah, that is Superman Annual Number 11. I mean, like I said, folks, it is just a one shot. It's nothing there's major results from this, but it is an epic story. I mean, you get two stories: a what if of Krypton, had not exploded, and you get another story in reality. You get this, so you get two stories, and you're invested in both of them. It's just, you want to know what happens in the reality after he comes out, and it's just so emotional at the end when he's saying goodbye to his son in reality, that he starts crying in real life. Additionally, you get the good battle between Wonder Woman and Mongol, which Wonder Woman puts a hell of a fight. And 3, you just get this epic battle with Mongol and Superman. I mean, just this really good battle. I mean, they play into each other really well. And again, I'm looking for this classic one, Burn. Look at that. But yeah, it is epic for just so many reasons. I mean, just oh my god. So pick this up, folks. Definitely pick this up. Pick this up. Just read it. It's a one-shot. It's an annual, but it is one of the best annuals I have ever read. It is epic. Definitely pick it up. Nothing long-term happens for it, but it's epic for a one-shot. Just a one great story. Written by Alan Moore, Superman Annual number 11. Pick this up. Now, so let's see. Son of a... I wonder who that's going to be again. I wonder who is it. Oh, you again. The Bible salesman. You know what? I'm going to give you a peace of mind. I had it up to... What the hell's going on with me?